Hey guys, I'm here to tell you about my camera setup today. I did this a couple of weeks ago, but since then I've added a couple of other items to my camera setup, so I thought I'd add those in also. For starters, I use a Flip Mino. This is my primary camera. This is the camera I've been using since I started, and the reason I started with a Flip Mino is because that's what I had. I got thinking about doing moto vlogging quite a while back and got thinking about different cameras, but then I realized that I had a Flip Mino, and I saw somebody who did a camera setup and they had a Flip Mino and it seemed to be working out pretty good for them. So of course I want a GoPro, but that's in the piggy bank, and the Flip Mino seems to be working pretty good for me. I didn't want to be cutting up my HJC helmet, so I got this $40 helmet here. And I put some Velcro on the front of my Mino. Some Velcro in my helmet, and that sits right there. It's out of my sight, pretty much out of my mind. I can barely touch it with my nose. It works out great. I did have to do some modification to my helmet. I did some cutting inside my chin strap, but I guess for a $40 helmet, I thought a little experimentation would be alright, and it's been working out great. I use another camera. It's the camera that I'm using to film this right now. It's my 16-year-old, 17-year-old son. He has a ZR8 Kodak camera, and it's really a great camera. It's probably a better camera than my Flip Mino. A little bit larger. If there are any shortcomings to the Flip Mino, there actually are some shortcomings. One, the Flip Mino doesn't have image stabilization, which would be something that I would recommend. And also its standby time is really short, too short. And another thing is the buttons. You can't hardly feel any of the buttons on that Flip Mino with your gloves on. So if you're thinking about going out and buying a camera, those are a couple of things you might want to think about. I've used this Joby Gorilla Pod a couple of times. This will wrap around different points on your bike. Works pretty good. There were some places where it just got too shaky, and so I didn't like that. So I found something else. I made this out of PVC, and this mounts to my handlebars. And I'll show you a picture of this mounted to my handlebars. I'm probably going to paint this, but I've used this a couple of times now, and it's worked out really well. I got the idea for this from a website. I can't think of it right now, but I'll try to post it on this video. I do some still shots also. For my still shots I use this. This is a Canon PowerShot A540. This is, I don't know, 3 or 4 years old, but it does a great job. It's got a lot of settings. It's very easy to use. I do children's portrait photography as a living, and so I've got access to some pretty cool camera equipment, but this little PowerShot works great, and I'm able to carry it on the bike, and I don't have to worry about it getting broken. So that's pretty much my camera setup.